All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Healthy Living event sponsored by the Juice Plus community. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Carol Turnbow. I'm a senior sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. I'm also a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a mama. I'm a CrossFit coach. I'm a CrossFit Masters athlete, but my passion is nutrition. I'm teaching people that food really does heal the body. Tonight, you're going to be hearing from myself and some of my teammates. We've all joined on a mission to inspire healthy living around the world. And I'm going to start tonight by introducing our product line. Our product line is simple and will remain simple because it's food that our body needs on a daily basis. Juice Plus has figured out how to put fruits and vegetables in a capsule. It's an amazing concept. I'm going to start tonight by showing you our trio, our fruits, our vegetable, and our berry blend. They're in the red, the green, and the purple bottles. In those, there are 100% plant-based all the way down to the capsule. They are better than organic, non-GMO, picked at the peak of ripeness with an NSF seal of approval. And what that means that what is in the product is on the label. So for instance, I have this berry label that I'm going to read to you. On the label is raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, grape, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and cocoa. So what is actually in the product is on the label. My favorite part of our label is that it carries a nutrition facts label. Like I said, Juice Plus has figured out how to put fruits and vegetables in a capsule. This is not a supplement. This is food in a capsule. We also have our full spectrum of plant-based omegas in the orange bottle, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 omegas. Okay, Juice Plus has cut out the middleman. We usually go to fish, like fish oil, to get our omega-3s. Well, Juice Plus went straight to what the fish eat, which is algae oil, and that's where we get our product from, algae oil, pomegranate seed oil, tomato seed oil, and more. We also have complete protein powder, vegan as well, in chocolate and vanilla. These are amazing, and I start every day with a Juice Plus complete shake and swallow my capsules. It's a great way to start your day. We have a tower garden, which I super love. I live in Indiana. In fact, with yesterday being the first day of fall, it went from like 90 to 50 here. So it's already getting cold. And I'm getting ready to pull my tower in for the winter, the fall and the winter season. And I can grow my tower indoors all winter long. Love having it in the hallway where I can walk out, pick up fresh herbs and lettuces, put them on my table, and feed my family healthy food that I grew that is better than organic as well. Nothing on it. So tonight we have an amazing team of speakers, and Courtney Shaw is an international marketing director with the Juice Plus company and has brought her team to speak. So I'm going to introduce Courtney so she can introduce her team. Courtney, welcome.
Awesome. Thanks, Carol, so much. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday night. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm excited to get to share tonight a little bit and have some amazing teammates share as well. We're going to start off tonight actually with my husband, who is actually at the other end of the table for me, although it looks like we're in two separate worlds, my John Shaw. So John and I actually met through the business. He is a national marketing director with a company from Canada, and I got him down here to the United States. We're in North Carolina. So he's going to start off with his story. And I love it, you guys, because the longevity, he has been taking this product since it came out in 1993, right? He's 87. He looks really, really good. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's going to share his story. I'm going to mute and turn my sound off so we don't echo in here.
Okay, she stole my whole story. I don't even know what to say now. So let's go way back. My life before Juice Plus was pretty much tired all the time, hitting the old snooze button. It was kind of like Groundhog Day. I was frustrated because, what is the appropriate age to feel old and tired? Definitely not 31. And that's, if you're good at math, that's how old I was back then when I first started the product. And my frustration was that I would sleep all night long and still be tired when I woke up. And every day started with a cup of coffee, but it was never enough. And I needed more to get me through the day. And it got to the point that I felt like coffee was kind of like a lifeline for me. So while I was never really sick, I did get sick of being tired all the time. And in my mind, I actually thought I was pretty healthy. I've always been an athlete, ate, fairly healthy. And even went mostly vegetarian. But what I found was, as healthy as I tried to be, some days I just couldn't eat raw fruits and vegetables. So I started eating fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule, and I took them every day. And over a little time, I found that I wasn't reaching for that cup of coffee anymore. And one day, the need for the coffee just kind of stopped, and my energy was better than it had ever been. My workouts were better, excuse me. And I realized that even my sleep was more sound. I remember somebody asking me one day, how do you sleep? And how did you sleep last night? And I said, I don't know, I was asleep. I mean, and that's a good thing, right? So no tossing and turning, just sleep. And it's changed my life. It's hard to believe that was over 25 years ago. Whole food in a capsule, just that simple change paved the way for many healthy changes that has made my health the best it's ever been. And I'll never go back. I'm willing to do whatever I can to, feel the best I can. And when I started Juice Plus, I also checked out the company, and it checked out for me. 50 years old, 15 billion in sales, projecting to hit $1 billion in sales in the next few years. And Jay Martin, our founder, is still the president today. So I kind of knew back then, for me to have the freedom I always wanted, I had to do something different, and I wanted to help others in an impactful way. I wanted to change lives, and inspiring healthy living did that for me. And we went to work, followed the proven system that's in place, and I reached the national marketing director position that comes with a full benefits plan in 39 months as a part-time thing, and helping people become more than they believe they can be and build an income that gives them a life of freedom, a life of choice. That's what I get to do every day. And the bottom line is, if you don't have your health, what good is the money anyway? So now we're going to turn it over to Renee, to Courtney.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about you guys. We're at the other end of the table, so we're getting used to that back and forth thing. So again, going back to that longevity, hearing somebody that's been on the product for that long, you don't see many products that have been on the market for that long. So I love for him to share his story. So we're going to go from longevity to very, very brand new. So my friend Renee just joined the business, you guys, this month, at the beginning of this month. So she's brand spanking new, and is excited because she's starting this product. And so I can't wait for you to hear her vision for what she wants with her health and life. So Renee, I'm going to turn it over to you, friend.
Thank you. Hey everyone, I'm Renee. I'm a mom and currently work in sales. I live in North Carolina in Charlotte. I am originally from Louisiana, and just a couple of months ago, I had the privilege to meet Courtney through a good friend of mine who actually lives in Dallas, Texas, where I lived for 7 years prior to moving back to North Carolina. And she introduced me to Lori, and it's just such a small world. Courtney and I met for dinner, and she talked to me about the product and Juice Plus. And literally for me, it was kind of a interesting situation, because I've always been interested in working out and trying to be healthy. And so for me, after listening to Courtney, and she shared how fruits and veggies and berries in a capsule could get me the nutrition that I need. And also, my daughter that's just recently going to college, and I know in college, they don't eat good. Y'all probably know that. So I just wanted to make sure that I could get something really good for my daughter and I to be able to really get on the path for nutrition, and also getting the healthy things that we need. And so I'll tell you, I'm exhausted. I have a very demanding job. I've been in the staffing recruiting industry for 20 years. It's very demanding. And a lot of times I just eat on the run. And so I'm just kind of, cramming food in, cramming food out, just trying to, just make it through the day. But this product gives me the opportunity to get that nutrition that I don't get in my diet. And y'all know, as you get older, you're trying to be healthy, and you've got hormones going on. And so I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate to that. But for me, it just kind of made sense. because I was like, okay, here's a product that I can take to be healthy, to feel better, to have more energy, and to get the nutrition that I need. And, you know, whenever you think about it, I mean, to go to the store to buy the products, you know, to buy the fruits and vegetables and berries that you need, it's costly, it's expensive, it takes time. And, you know, I don't have a lot of time. So I needed a way to figure out to get healthy that would not cost me a lot of money and not cost me a lot of time. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. So when I met Courtney, she shared the products with me, and for me, it was a no-brainer. So I signed up to be a Juice Plus distributor, and I love it. And I'm very excited. I'm meeting new people every day, and just can't wait to share my journey and get it out to new people. So that's my story, and I'm going to turn it right on back over to Courtney.
I love that. And you guys, listen, she's brand spanking new. Like, I'm talking to the product, to everything. And we have to say, hats off to you, because when's the last time you started a health journey and then told everybody you know about it? Maybe the people you don't even know about it, right? So she's on here sharing her excitement. So thank you so much, Renee. And again, just getting started on the product. And of course, if it makes sense for you, it might make sense for other people too. And that's the business opportunity. And Renee definitely saw that. So Renee, thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over to Rosa. Rosa is in Canada. She's in Vancouver, British Columbia. So I'm going to have her share her story, and you guys, amazing, so fun. Rosa.
Hi everyone, thank you. It was so fun to hear those stories. So mine's a little different. I discovered Juice Plus completely by chance, and it was at a time where I was living in London, England. I lived there for 11 years, and it was at a time where I was full-time school teaching, part-time personal training, but more like full-time whenever I could, and then running marathons. I was in the middle of changing careers. And I was taking handfuls of supplements simply because I just knew life was so busy that there was no way, with the amount of activity that I was doing, that I was getting enough in from just what I was eating. And the reason I was on supplements was because the cute trainer at the gym told me to. Like, I didn't really know this whole world. I didn't know what else was out there. And then completely by chance, someone who has nothing to do with Juice Plus actually gave me a DVD. That's how long ago it was. It's been a while. And I watched this DVD, and it was incredible. And I can actually just get a little tearful thinking about it, because it was Dr. Dubois who on that DVD said, disease does not happen at the time of diagnosis. It's been happening over many years. And at that time, I had, the year before, I had helped an aunt through a cancer journey that wasn't successful. But in that time, I learned so much from her in terms of chemicals and doing things as natural as possible. And so this whole idea of prevention was something that I was already thinking about. And I remember wanting to train clients, and I was so excited to teach them about health and prevention of disease. And they're like, they just wanted weight loss. I'm like, that's not fun. Like, but then I thought, you know, if I don't figure this out, how can I get them what they want and also get what I need to make my journey purposeful, which is prevention of disease. And, you know, we learned that when you get healthy, the stubborn weight comes off, and so on. So that was how it impacted my clients. For myself, when I saw that, there was another image on there, which was Dr. Mitra Ray, and she showed the image of an apple with like 10,000 nutrients. And I was like, whoa, this is far more powerful than the supplements I'm taking. And I was like, get me on this stuff right away, please. I just want it to be natural. The supplements I were taking were like the sizes of tranquilizers. I was spending 3 to 4 times the amount of what Juice Plus would cost me. And so I switched over, and I had actually given that DVD to my good friend Karen, and Karen had become a personal trainer at 49. She's such a cool person and one of my inspirations in life. And she was like, I'm getting us this, and I'm going to figure it all out. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what she's talking about at that moment. But anyway, Karen got started as a distributor for Juice Plus. And if Karen was doing it, I was doing it. Like, that was really how much I looked into the business side of it. Like, if my friend who I love and trust was doing it, I wanted to come along the ride for fun. Little did I know 15 years later, I would still be sharing this and collecting incredible stories from my own customers. For myself personally, I was asked about 3 or 4 months after taking the product if I'd noticed any differences. And I remember thinking, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I know it's natural. I know it's going to be good for me. So I wasn't looking for this magical energy or this magical anything. But what happened was, to my surprise, is I was actually losing my hair. And I didn't know what to do about it. All I knew is that, you know, when you shower and if you've got long hair, you got to clean out that drain. Well, I was cleaning it out 3 and 4 times and before getting out. And it was just like, wow, I don't know what's going on, but I also didn't know how to fix that. I noticed that that had stopped. So my hair had stopped falling out the way it had previously to Juice Plus. I had also had acne into my 30s. I'd been on Accutane, tetracycline, everything you can think of, and nothing ever worked. And I don't mean just like a little bit of acne here and there. I mean like that cystic, awful stuff. And after being on Juice Plus it took about 8 months to a full year where I just never got breakouts anymore. And it was the only thing that I changed. So for me, it's been powerful on so many levels, and I'm so grateful for it. Thanks, Courtney. Back to you.
All right, girl. Thank you so much, you guys. And I think, you know, you're hearing from people that are, you know, a part of the business, but here's what we know is that 85 to 90% of our product that gets shipped out from our corporate headquarters goes to end consumers. So they're just customers, they're happy customers. You're just hearing from some people because I wanted you to hear brand new people, long-term people, just getting that full spectrum of what it's like to be on this product. And of course, whenever you're happy and healthy, it's fun to be around other happy and healthy people. So our community, our happy little bubble is amazing. And I'm glad you're getting to meet some of my good friends and partners in the business. So I'm going to share my story with you now. I'm going to try to, I can't spotlight myself, I don't think, but that's okay. If you want to see me nice and big, you can put it on speaker view. I don't need to be, I'm fine, Carol. On the recording, it'll be big. Okay, you guys. So I live in North Carolina with my husband and our 5 children. And so 13 years ago, almost 14 years ago, in November will be 14 years ago, I had a friend of mine from college come to me. Now, she wasn't the first friend that came to me about a product because I've been in the fitness industry now as a personal trainer for going on 30 years. So back then, you know, maybe not quite as long, but a long time I had been in the fitness industry, and I'm known as Courtney, the personal trainer in our area and community. I have lived here for 30 years. They all know me. I still personal train clients because I love it. Like Rosa, you know, we love working with people. So I had decided very early on that I was not going to be a personal trainer that recommended supplements, that I wasn't going to be offering an additional something to my clients. I told them to eat their fruits and vegetables. So when this friend came to me, she was the twin sister of a sorority sister. So you have this kind of guilt thing. She kept asking me. And yes, I got the DVDs, except for I never watched them. All of those things. And I was like, I don't know. My dad was a Centrum pusher. Okay, what do I mean by that? You know, the vitamin Centrum, he would push that Centrum across the counter to me every morning and I would throw it in the trash can. I didn't like vitamins. I didn't like them during my pregnancies, all 5 kids. I didn't like the way vitamins made me feel. And I didn't understand whole food in a capsule. So it wasn't until I finally decided that I would go to hear a doctor speak. Now, the only reason I went was because when you have 5 kids, and one gets sick, and then the next gets sick, and the next, and the next, and the next. And guess what? You're last. By then you're exhausted and you have no immune system because you've been awake for days and weeks on end. And I was just sick and tired of my kids being sick. And I really wanted them to be healthier. So I went to this event, I heard the doctor speak. And at the end, I was like, I don't know how they do this and get all these fruits and vegetables into a capsule and a soft chewable. My goodness, my kids need this. Not me, my kids. My kids need this. I've got to do something for them. So I did what any good mom of 5 would do. I looked at the girl and I'm like, all right, my kids don't eat anything but green, that's broccoli, from frozen broccoli, cooked and mushed with Velveeta cheese on top of it, because that's what makes it taste good. That's what we ate in our house. That was green, the only thing. And actually looked kind of orange when we were done. I'm a Southerner, y'all, so that's how we roll. So anyway, I said, I need the best price possible. And so she said, well, we have Healthy Starts for Families. So when you get your adult product, you can sponsor your child and they can get it for free with your adult product. So I picked my favorite kid. Just kidding. They all got it, but I did pick my favorite kid. He got it first. And I ordered the product for the rest of the kids and they started taking it. Now, I was not faithful with taking the product in the very beginning. My kids were. As a matter of fact, kid number 4 grabbed the 2 bags of soft chews without me knowing it and went into the bathroom and ate a month's worth in one sitting. The good news is, mamas, that it's food. Just like you were saying, Carol, it's got a nutrition label on it. It's just food. My backdoor neighbor was a trauma surgeon. I called her. She's like, does he have a bone hanging out? And I'm like, no. She's like, I don't know if I can help you. And I said, he ate a month's worth of these chews that are like, I don't know what it is. And she said, read me the label. So I read the label to her and she goes, it's just food. Like, he'll probably poop, and that's fine. Sorry, y'all. But that's what happened. It was amazing. And I was like, whoa, when is the last time a kid got into a vitamin or something that they weren't supposed to and eat too many of them? And then you're calling 911, right? You're taken to urgent care or hospital. So it was an eye opener for me. Now that same kid, obviously he had a sweet tooth and he loved those soft chews. In 6 weeks time, we were sitting at dinner time. And kid 4 says, Mommy, can we have raw broccoli with dinner tonight? And I was like, we don't eat raw broccoli. Remember the Velveeta cheese and the mushy broccoli? That's what we eat. And I thought, my gosh, maybe one of the older kids paid him to say this. And I kind of looked around the table. I'm like, all right, who's making fun of me now? And they were like, no, Mommy, well, let's do it. And I thought something clicked in my brain. I'm like, something's happening in their bodies. I don't know what it is. With my personal training background, again, I'm degreed. So I went to university for corporate health and fitness. I had nutrition courses, the same nutrition courses that doctors get. I took the same nutrition course. I learned nothing about micronutrition, only about macronutrition, fats, carbohydrates, proteins. But the micronutrition, that's what feeds your cells. So when Rosa was talking about those 10,000 phytonutrients that are in one apple, that is micronutrition. And that's what feeds us at a cellular level. Listen, I knew none of this 13 years ago, zero. But as a mom, I had to ask questions. Why is my kid asking me for things that they've never asked for before? So started with him. The next kid was asking me for carrots in their lunch. And the next kid's asking for raw red peppers with hummus. I'm like, where are you even seeing hummus? I've never even had hummus my whole entire life. So our diets didn't go from fast food to whole food overnight, but taking the Juice Plus was a catalyst to my kids beginning to crave real food. It was a little longer version for me because I got all this going on, right? All my lack of education in my head of not wanting to take any pills. But I had arthritis in my spine and my hips and my knees. I was a competitive athlete my entire life. So by the time I was in my, early 30s, I felt like I was 90 years old. I remember after I had my 5th child at 36, I thought, I'm just going to get old now. I'm going to buy some mom jeans, which are in style now, but I'm going to buy some mom jeans and I am just getting old. And I felt horrible. My skin was hanging on my face. I had gained weight. I couldn't lose the weight. I was exhausted. And it was all because of nutrition. And I had no idea. No idea. I was teaching group fitness classes, 20 to 25 classes a week. I had 15 to 17 boot camps per week out of my home. I had 15 personal training clients per week out of my home. I was nursing my baby. I had 5 kids. I was running ragged and was lacking desperately the nutrition I needed for life. Listen, life gives life. When you eat living foods, plants, they give you the energy that you need so your body can do what it needs to do to survive, to heal, to thrive, to whatever it is that you're asking of it. Our bodies are wonderfully made. And I had no idea until I started taking those capsules consistently. So like I said, it hurt. My body hurt. That arthritis was kicking my booty. It was about, 2.5 months in of taking the fruits, veggies, and berry capsules consistently. I remember hopping out of bed one morning, and it was a tall 4-poster bed. So it was tall, and when I hopped out, I felt no pain. And I remember stepping away from the bed and I was like, oh, that didn't hurt. It was the first time I had been without pain in a really long time. Now, don't get me wrong, the arthritis is still there on my scans. It's all there, but I'm not feeling the pain from it any longer. Now, will that happen for everybody? I don't know. It's my story. That's what I experienced. But I'll tell you what, I had to find the right amount for me. It wasn't just taking my capsules every single day. It was drinking more water. It was making sure I was getting good sleep. It was making sure that I was doing some meditation, some relaxation, some things that could release some of the stress in my life. I was more intentional. Again, Juice Plus was a catalyst for me. So remember when I told you I did what anybody would do? I asked for best price possible. Well, that day she also told me that there was, I could be a partner with the company. And I was like, all right, but don't ever ask me to tell anybody about this because I'm not going to do it. And here I am today. 13 years later, I'm an international marketing director with a company, and I can't not tell people about this. And the reason is I feel that I have a moral obligation to this world for people to know that there is a way that you can bridge your nutritional gap. You know, people are hurting right now. They're lacking nutrition. They're in pain. They're confused as to why they're being, having this, or why do I have this? Why do I have acne? Why am I being diagnosed? The bottom line is this: we need 9 to 13 servings of raw vine ripened fruits and vegetables every single day. And that's if you don't exercise, if you don't have a pre-existing condition, and you don't have any stress in your life. If you have any of those three, you need closer to 16 to 19 servings every single day. And a serving size is the size of your fist. If that doesn't tell you where you're lacking in your nutrition, I don't know what does. To me, that makes sense. I need a way to bridge that nutritional gap. I have medical insurance. I have car insurance. I've got dental insurance. We've got all kinds of insurances. But what is your nutritional gap insurance? Just in case today you don't get enough fruits and vegetables. That to me made sense. My dad was a life insurance salesman. I have life insurance, right? I needed that just in case. So I joined the business, and I'll tell you what, it is the reward, the emotional revenue that I get back from this is worth it all. It's worth being uncomfortable. It's worth staying up at night, 9 o'clock at night here Eastern time, because my bedtime's pretty early, y'all. But it's worth every ounce. If I can inspire one person to take back their health, it's worth every second. So it's an honor to get to share my story with you all tonight. Thank you so much, Rosa and Renee, and my husband, John. He's not always super excited to get on here. He likes to push me to the front of the room. But I'm grateful that he got on and shared, just because I think it's good to hear a guy share, but also that longevity portion. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And if anything I said today made you jump or inspired, get with the person who invited you. I hope that they can help you get started on your Juice Plus journey if that's what you choose to do. All right, Carol, where do we go from here?
Well, we're going to say goodnight for this call. Thank you, guys. We are here every Thursday sharing these stories, and we appreciate your team coming on tonight and sharing with us. We'll be here next Thursday night, so come back and see us. And I'm going to stop this recording, and we have a training event.